Hey there, have you ever just stopped for a second and wondered how your body, well, works? How it just knows how to keep the perfect temperature, have the right amount of energy, and just keep everything in balance all day, every day? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret control system that makes it all happen.
No, really, think about that for a second. Whether you're crushing a workout or just sleeping in, your internal world stays incredibly stable. How does your body know exactly what to do to keep you on an even keel? It's a pretty amazing puzzle, right?
Well, there's a scientific name for this incredible balancing act. It's called homeostasis. It's all about keeping your internal environment, we're talking your blood and your fluids, perfectly constant. And this stability is absolutely crucial for your body to work the way it should. Without it, things would get messy, fast.
So, the big question is, how does our body pull this off? How does it nail that homeostasis thing? Well, it all comes down to this super smart communication system that's built on a whole network of chemical messengers.
And that network has a name, the endocrine system. You can think of this as your body's master of chemical coordination. It's a whole system of glands, like your thyroid and your pancreas, that create and send out these powerful chemical signals to manage all sorts of things.
The easiest way to picture it, it's like a body-wide instant messaging service. But, infinitely faster and more sophisticated than your Wi-Fi. It's sending these critical instructions all over your body, making sure every single organ and cell is on the same page.
Okay, so what are these messages? They're not texts or emails. They're chemicals, and they're called hormones. These are the little couriers zipping through your bloodstream carrying very specific instructions, telling different parts of your body what to do, when to do it, and exactly how much of it to do.
So if hormones are the messages, who's actually sending them? And what kind of instructions are they carrying? It's time to meet a few of the all-stars on the hormone team.
Let's just take a quick look at some of these key players. From your thyroid, you get thyroxin, which is basically your body's gas pedal. It controls your metabolism. Your adrenal gland makes adrenaline. You know that one. It's that fight or flight juice that gets you amped up. And the pancreas has this amazing tag team. Insulin, which lowers your blood sugar after you eat, and glucagon, which raises it back up when you need energy. Every single one has a super specific, super important job.
So we've met the messengers, but how do they know when to act? You can't have them sending messages all willy-nilly, right? Too much or too little would be a disaster. Well, the body has this absolutely brilliant strategy to keep it all under control.
It's called a negative feedback loop. Now, don't let the word negative fool you. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It means it reverses a change. So if something gets too high, the loop kicks in to bring it back down. If something gets too low, it brings it back up. It's all about getting back to that sweet spot, that normal setting. This might sound really complex, but I promise you already know exactly how this works. It's just like the thermostat in your house. Simple, right? The room gets too hot, the AC kicks on, it gets too cold, the heat turns on. It's constantly checking and correcting. That is exactly what's happening inside your body 24/7.
And this whole process follows a really clear, logical playbook. First, an imbalance is detected. That alerts a control center. The control center responds by sending a message to a target organ. That organ gets the message and does its thing to reverse the imbalance. And boom, just like that, balance is restored. It's a beautifully simple and effective system.
Okay, so the theory is cool, but let's make this real. Let's see this body thermostat in action with a perfect real-life example, regulating your metabolism.
All right, for this example, we've got two main players. First up is the pituitary gland. This is our control center, the thermostat itself. And second, we've got the thyroid gland. This is kind of like the furnace, and it's releasing that hormone, thyroxin, that controls your metabolic rate.
So this system has to be ready for two different problems. On the one hand, your thyroxin levels could be too high, making your metabolism just race out of control. Or they could be too low, making you feel totally sluggish. Let's see how the feedback loop handles both scenarios. First up, let's say your thyroxin levels are too high. Your body detects this and it's like, whoa, the engine is revving way too fast. The system needs to hit the brakes.
So here's what happens. The control center, the pituitary gland, senses the high thyroxin. It immediately responds by producing less of something called TSH, which stands for thyroid stimulating hormone. It's basically turning down the go signal that it sends to the thyroid.
And you know what? The thyroid listens. When it gets less of that TSH go signal, it slows down its production and secretes less thyroxin into the bloodstream. It's a direct response to those new instructions.
And there you have it. The thyroxin levels drop, your metabolism slows down to its normal pace, and balance is restored. The thermostat has successfully cooled things down. Perfect!
But what about the opposite problem? What if your body is feeling sluggish because those thyroxin levels have dropped too low? Well, now the system has to turn up the heat.
This time, the pituitary gland does the complete opposite. It detects the low thyroxin levels and starts pumping out more TSH. It's sending a very clear speed up message to the thyroid.
And when the thyroid gets this surge of TSH, it kicks into a higher gear. It responds by secreting more thyroxin, pushing it out into the bloodstream to get the body's engine running faster again.
And a thyroxin level rises right back to its normal set point, and once again, balance is restored. It's just so elegant, isn't it? A constant self-correcting loop that works perfectly in both directions.
So there you have it, this automatic, silent network of chemical messengers and feedback loops working around the clock to maintain that perfect internal balance we call homeostasis. It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. And it really makes you wonder, what other invisible systems are working inside you right now just to keep you going?